Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I've been back. A few things. Well, actually, let's just pull some cards. I want to see what comes up because I'm already getting a lot of messages for you guys. Messages that would be helpful for Capricorn. Eight of Pentacles. All right, Two of Cups. Five of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords in the past, Justice, King of Pentacles, more Pentacle energy, Three of Pentacles, again, lots about money, work, the Chariot moving forward, Hierophant, King of Swords, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. So, middle of your deck, center card is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is like the apprenticeship. This is like moving towards mastery of your, I feel like it could be a big thing like your life purpose, but it can be a subcategory of like your business or growing your business, going to the next level. It's the apprenticeship, learning his way towards mastery. And this can be a lifelong thing, of course, right? But what it's telling me when it's crossed with the Two of Cups, it's about balance. And I'm particularly drawn to the black and the white. So a few things coming through. I don't know if you believe in numerology. Black, the letters, add them up, it's 11. White, the letters, add them up, that's 11. I'm seeing 1111, and when I see 1111, that means to me that there's something here getting ready to move forward, especially in regards to your work, but I also feel there's an important lesson. This is why this is crossed here, about finding balance in your life, because I feel like in some sort of way, definitely in your own life, you're the leader, but I'm seeing a train. So it's like you are the conductor of this train, and there's a lot of like heavy, big carts loading, carrying stuff behind you, whether these are employees, whether these are children, whether this is family, whether there's something here energetically that you're leading, and you can't just kind of only be on your own timeline. I feel like there needs to be like a nice flow. So if you're finding yourself a little bit black and white, I feel like this snake kind of weaving in and out. And it's so funny because before I started this reading, I had pulled a few cards. Five of Swords was here. This is why I said interesting in this position again. And I don't know if you just heard it, but the neighbors, I never fail when I go to do a reading. It's like, oh, time to do the neighbor's lawn. So but I think I look at things as a message, and to me, it's like going beyond and ignoring the distractions, ignoring the annoyances, and like the little hairpin triggers that can kind of, especially in the world today, that can set us off, because I feel like we're all at this point where we're ready for some beautiful changes in our life, whether we are tuned out or tuned in to whatever's going on, or you're tuned out of politics or tuned in, like it doesn't even matter. Collectively as an energy, we're all ready for a beautiful change in our life. And I feel like the word that I'm getting is more harmony in our lives. So things are kind of, yes, going easier. There's no, unexpected stops along the way. There's no effort to look to external things to bring you the centeredness, essentially, that you have, but I feel like it's been a little bit like, I want to say not 100%. I feel like a little bit wishy-washy. So I don't know what this energy is pertaining to, whether it's your love life, whether it's like your life direction. I feel like there's a little bit of so this is what my guides are telling me. It's the spiritual internal process. And I'm seeing like the root system within yourself. So if you imagine you are your own like little tree, I'm seeing the root system planting roots. I'm seeing like roots planting. So I don't know if this means like staying where you are, planting roots, or investing in something, or growing your family. There's something here about a root system. And I feel like it's growing deeper and deeper. And I feel like right now I feel like it's been a little bit wobbly up until, I don't know, I feel like of recent years, because I'm seeing Uranus and Taurus, which happened, it's first started a few years ago, right? But I'm seeing like there's been some wobble since then. So maybe a few years ago you changed homes, or I'm seeing some sort of pivot, and I feel like there's been a lot of like changes and like mini explosions since then, and like all of it's leading up to this point where I feel like there's actually more harmony coming in, because the current energy is justice. It's about balance. And I'm usually easily distracted when I'm kind of going into trance, and this, I mean, I'm bringing it up, but this lawnmower is not even really bothering me. I know I'm bringing it up, but it's not really bothering me when it comes to delivering messages. So I feel like there's something here that you've started. I feel like it's become part of a fully committed plan, whether it's a plan to yourself and your journey and your direction in life, or your business or your family. But I'm seeing that it's growing roots. It's interesting that your Five of Swords is in the subconscious. And this to me is that kind of feeling of, it's almost like wishy-washy energy. How do I describe this? When I'm looking at these cards, it feels actually very unique. I don't feel like I want to give the typical Five of Swords interpretation, because it just to me feels like it's a little bit of like finding self, reimagining what my life I want it to look like. I feel like, I mean, it's really tied back to like, I feel like the mental challenges and like exercising the mental fulfillment that you receive. And I feel like for a lot of you it's from work, some of you it's from family. I feel like it's probably a little bit of the whole picture. It's saying the challenge, the crossed energy though, is balance. Giving, receiving. I'm getting a highlight on this. Receiving and knowing how to receive, and asking for what you need, and kind of stepping back and letting people do their part as well. And I feel like trusting the process a little bit, because again, you're coming up, and this is your card. I mean, King of Pentacles, this is you. This is somebody that has a firm foundation. This is the boss. This is the CEO. This is the responsible one of the family. This is the ultimate dad card. It doesn't need to mean you're a dad, but you can kind of wear the pants in the family if that's the case. This is somebody that means what they say, says what they mean, strong moral, ethical character, shows up. You know, this is just it's like the cornerstone of whatever it is in your life that you're seeking balance to. And it's telling me that the answers come for you within. And this is part of your spiritual journey, the Eight of Pentacles to mastery, that apprenticeship to mastery. Part of it, I feel, and this is your outcome, I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but the King of Swords, your ability to communicate things clearly, concisely, without it being like, or feeling like you have to walk on eggshells, or like explain yourself anyway. It feels like it comes in a way, learning to articulate yourself in a way that's very matter of fact, very concise, and very effective. Whether it comes to like your family, whether it comes to your work, whatever it is here, I feel like there's, again, a little bit of both. It feels more so to do with like your personal power and how it affects many areas of your life, and just expressing yourself very clearly. I almost get like this energy kind of reminds me of an old boss I had in New York, and she was very, there's many parts of her that I learned not to emulate, but there are parts of her that I'm like, that's a boss. You know, you kind of have to put, the politics and the emotions, I mean, be a nice person, but to the side, and just say things very matter-of-factly to get things done, to get the outcome desired, and to be very frank. I would much rather your direct truth than a roundabout, convoluted, let me guess what you mean type of way. And this is what I feel like you're coming into. I feel like there's something here definitely about, but some of you might be like trying to grow a business. I'm definitely getting like financially motivated, and this might be because of your family, or it might be because of your goals. I mean, obviously because of your goals, but I'm seeing movement here in the position of what the universe is giving you right now. It's movement. I would expect this until the end of the year, essentially, is what I'm getting. The moving pieces to be slowly getting put into place. And I feel like 2025, I wouldn't be surprised if the other half of this year, it was just chaos, like financially in the world. I mean, in a good way. I feel like it needs to happen. I mean, I feel like that's part of Uranus and Taurus that we've kind of been going through. We need this kind of justice to come through. We need to have a balance, because I look at kind of like our individual readings as a smaller microscope of the bigger issues that there's a Capricorn in all of us. We're all going through this, and we all need this clarity of the mind, clarity of the financial system. And I'm seeing this coming through for you I mean, it's like a higher order almost. It's like it needs to happen. It's meant to happen. So if there's parts of you that are feeling scattered all the time, I feel like you need to know how to delegate and ask for what you need very clearly. Because I feel like there's parts of you that are great at this, but I feel like, I want to say like the confidence for some of you to say it. I mean, it's like merging this, and I also feel like a little bit of like love, like in a nice tone. Like it's not that difficult. But I feel like to get to that place, you kind of have to be your own advocate, whether it's your spot in the family, whether it's what's best for you is what's best for everybody. Again, you are driving this train. So I feel like nourishing yourself, taking the time out that you need for yourself, taking breaks, taking help if you need it, or if it's offered. I feel like it's almost like that Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man. Let's just say yes. Do you want to take this class? Yes. Do you want to go here? Yes. And see what happens. Can I help you? Yes. And seeing everybody as kind of like a messenger. Because I'm seeing like a lot of giving and not receiving, and I feel like you could be surprised by what some people around you have to offer, help wise, like even business wise. Page of Cups. I mean, this to me is like there's a new opportunity, or again, I feel like it's almost like somebody could surprise you. I mean, there's a fish in this cup, and it's an emotional. There's like something that's going to come into your life that presents itself emotionally, and you're going to be very excited. And then things are going to start to move forward, because all around you right now is the Chariot. It's like movement towards destiny. And again, in the Chariot, there's the black and the white lions on either side of the Chariot, right? Pulling this chariot. Or horses, or whatever they are. Again, talking about balance, again, talking 11-11, I'm getting changes coming here, but he's always adorned by stars. It's always about destiny, and it's always about a direction that's meant to be. And this to me feels very exciting. Above it is the Hierophant in the position of what you need to know. I mean, this to me is, it's like a download. You might have a moment of like, aha, it could be that simple. If I just did things this way, it's not that big of a deal. Or I want to do this. It's not that big of a deal. I can delegate this out. I'm going to find this person to help me, or I'm going to make it mutually beneficial. I feel like there's a little bit of exploration, but this to me, the Hierophant is, divinely orchestrated, guided, brought to you. King of Swords, yeah. It's like, take it. Eight of Wands, as I cut the deck, yeah, fast movement. There's something coming in here. I mean, in the bigger picture in the world, I think there's going to be a lot of fast, surprising, moving elements in our lives. If you're looking and reading the news, some of you might not even do that. I feel like the energy, though, it's like, it's fast. Like things are changing quite rapidly now, especially now to election time. Like there's these 3 months. I feel like expect craziness. I mean, there's just going to be a lot of moving energy, and I feel like this energy is it might seem a little bit disruptive or a lot disruptive, but essentially what it's doing is really balancing things out. It's like the timing's getting faster and faster. It's like, okay, there's a timeline here happening, and we're shifting into a new experience. This is why the Schumann resonance, I mean, if you follow this, it's getting more and more intense. The energy is getting more and more elevated. That's why there's a lot more craziness. I mean, people, you know, as the energy shifts, certain energies can't stay anymore and they have to come out. This happens within us as well. So things that are no longer serving us, if we're the martyr in our life, or we are not where we want to be business-wise, it's like figure things out, ask for help, ask for guidance, ask God for guidance, you know, whatever you feel you can do. Ask for like small levels of support to start. If you need something, ask for a massage. You know, I feel like you can start in little increments and build up to this King of Swords and Justice, getting exactly what you need. I feel like mentally challenged, and there's something here about work though for you, finding like purpose through work. And I also feel like this could expand for you in a lot of surprising ways over the next, I feel, few years. I feel like what you do now might not look at all like what you do in a few years, in a good way. Less intensity, more joy. Less intensity, more joy is what I'm getting. Yeah. It has less to do with money. And I feel like that's part of where we're headed. I mean, whatever you think of him, Elon Musk, he said, you know, in the future, we won't have universal basic income. We'll have universal high income. We'll have robots to do jobs we don't want to do. I mean, there's just going to be a massive shift when it comes to policies and resources. I don't really want to get into it, but I mean, I think the jobs of the future are going to be helping people, being of service, and human experiences like travel, or, you know, hosting retreats, you know, things that people enjoy doing. And that's going to be the challenge, finding our joy through what we do. So those of us that are doing jobs that we hate, that might be a big challenge. And that's what I've been talking about a lot in this channel over the years. I know I sounded like a broken record, but I really felt, you know, they talk about the shift from 3D to 5D or whatever that means. 5D to me is alignment with that energy. I mean, it's love, it's of the heart. So when you're out of it, you know, your skin crawls, you feel like a job, like I can't work another hour here. It's telling you something. And so you need to start to make little changes before like these little whispers become shouts from the universe to change. I'm not seeing that necessarily with you, but I just feel, again, a little bit more balance, especially when it comes to like receiving. Because yeah, it's all well and good to love to be a giver, but after a while, like it sneaks up on you. I guess that's where I'll leave that at. Ooh. Well, I was gonna pull a card, but 2 fell out. 3 fell out. The Owl, Middle World. Look at that tree, exactly what I saw for you. And Soul Retrieval, Butterfly. I feel drawn to read the Middle World. Let me read it. Give me a second. Okay, it says the essence. The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. It is the present moment where everything is happening. Yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is a mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. The invitation. The middle world shows up when conditions are favorable to your undertaking. Do not hesitate, move forward, as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. The time is right, so be patient be expedient but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can now be accomplished with great ease. The medicine: do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. The resources to support the change or endeavor you are considering are not readily available to you yet. So it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms, from helpers in the upper worlds. For now, wait. Yeah, that's where I feel like we're all kind of in this like 11th month of pregnancy. We're like, okay, this is not cool anymore. It's like we're all waiting for this change to like have things flow a little easier, have a little bit more help, have a little bit more time to ourselves, less work, or maybe more work and focus in the things we want to do. I just feel like there's something like, and it's showing up in your cards, the Two of Cups. I mean, more time to be able to balance. And I feel like that's what's happening now, but I feel like it's like we're all walking through molasses. And again, we're all a little bit feeling impatient, like, yeah, 12th month of pregnancy, like, we're okay, we're done. And the world is like, well, are you really? And it's really pushing us through this kind of dark night of the soul. And that's why I feel, take help, ask for what you need, and set yourself up for success. So, you know, we can all move through this. I mean, I really feel like it's the end of this year. That's it. And what comes out on the other side? And that's kind of how we move through the end of this Uranus and Taurus cycle. I mean, that's like our foundation, as we talked about in the tree and the deep roots. It's really solidifying in a different way, in a beautiful way for us. But earth signs have definitely felt it quite difficult. The owl, I mean, this is definitely a lot of spiritual work for you. I feel soul retrieval. I mean, this is, again, a lot of soul work, looking at self, taking time for self, maybe do some guided meditations on finding your center and finding your vision as well. And I also feel finding your voice. Or clarifying the voice. Maybe you don't feel like you have that, but I'm seeing like a lot of swords, like clearing the mind and having that very harmonious energy, not so scattered. Meditation will definitely help with that. All right. And the lawnmower continues. I'm going to end this reading here. I hope you guys found it helpful. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking in there with me. I know it's been a while. If you'd like a personal reading, I put that stuff in my description. But I will be back soon with another reading for you guys. I hope this one was helpful. All right, bye Capricorn.